Hello everybody, very good afternoon to you and welcome to another day in the capital markets when we go ahead to look for investment opportunities. Thank you very much for joining from wherever you are connected. It's another beautiful opportunity to hear from you and to brainstorm with you, analyze with you, and of course take full advantage of whatever it is that we may find in the markets. You may want to wonder, who is this talking to us today? As usual, I am your wealth creation enthusiast with a passion for helping individuals and corporate organizations build their personal and corporate net worth via investing in the capital markets and the money markets. And so we are a community of individual investors with like minds coming together to make sure the money we earn from our businesses and our paid employments via salaries are put to work, and that guarantees a better retirement for every one of us. That is why we are here. As usual, we'll be liking and sharing the screens from wherever you are connected: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and of course TikTok. Do well to keep liking and keep sharing, because by so doing, those screen actions eventually gets more people who are on those platforms to join us to benefit from this free knowledge sharing on a daily basis. Thank you so very much for joining, and already I can see a lot of screen actions taking place. I will go ahead to introduce my co-hosts and moderators, and they are Maobi, Benita, Gratitude Boss, and of course Oremos. So they will be joining me later on today to analyze and go through market activities real time. I'll be logged on to the Nigerian Stock Exchange, where I'll be giving you updates of trading activities going on as well. And as usual today, because it's the last day of the trading week, we expect some bargains. And as we see those bargains, we will share with you for you to take advantage. But please, before we proceed, I'd like to remind us that all the views expressed in this live stream are my personal opinion and not investment advice. So you may do your due diligence regardless of what my opinion is about these stocks. We will go on with the review of yesterday's activities in the market. Afterwards, we come back to start taking comments. So make sure you don't relent, don't hold back. Make your comments known, make your voice heard, and let's have a great time today. Yesterday, the Nigerian Oil Share Index closed in positive territory, climbing 300.49 points to settle at 140,655.8 points. This marked a 0.21% increase from the previous day's close of 140,365.4, with the index now eyeing the 141,000 level. Despite the gains in price, market activity slowed, with total volume dipping to 378 million shares, down from the 767 million shares traded the previous day. Meanwhile, market capitalization mirrored the bullish trend, crossing the 89 trillion naira mark across 22,935 deals. Those top gainers for yesterday includes Guinness, up by 10%, closing 143 naira per share. That was a Guinness that we spotted at 77 naira per share. So if you bought Guinness when we first spotted it here around 75 and 77 naira, you are as good as 100% up. CNI leasing closed 10% yesterday, also closing at 6 naira 60 kobo per share. Living Trust was up 10%, closing at 4 naira 62 kobo per share. E-Transact up 9.68%, closing 13 naira 60 kobo yesterday. And Regal Insurance closing 9.42% at 1 naira 51 kobo. Remember, Regal Insurance is issuing a 1-for-3 bonus, and that informs the reason why that stock is galloping in the market as we speak. And of course, it's on full bid. Yesterday it was on full bid. Nearly 100 million shares bidded for with 0 offers. We'll see how it goes today, talking about regular insurance. Just to remind us also, so let me go quickly to the floor of the stock exchange and check exactly what the current status with this stock is. Somebody may be wondering, what is a bonus issue? Well, companies use it as a reward system for shareholders who have stayed loyal to the stock even in trying times. And so, as we have it, yesterday it closed at 1 naira 51 kobo. Today, it's gained the maximum already for the day, and it's now at 1 naira 66 kobo. Beyond that, we have the bid and offer status showing 67.3 million bids as we speak versus 0 offers. So you understand why regular insurance is still on full bid today. And the market is always determined by, the simple economic mechanism of demand and supply. So thank you very much. That's about the gainers as far as yesterday's trading is concerned. And then for the losers, top losers includes NEM Insurance losing 9.94% to close at 28 naira 10 kobo. Mansard Insurance down 4.76% to close at 15 naira 99 kobo. CWG down 4.71%, closing at 16 naira 20 kobo. Ella Lakes down 4.29%, closing at 13 naira 40 kobo. And then Cornhall PLC down 4.28%, closing at 4 naira 3 kobo. That was the case with trading activities yesterday on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And so after this, we go on to your comments, and then we proceed to taking our calls. You know how we do it on Fridays. We do not take calls by 1 p.m. By 12:45, we start taking calls. That is to accommodate as many callers as possible because it's weekend and we want to hear ourselves the more. So we have very little time to take your comments. Make sure they are coming in thick and fast as we continue to make progress. Okay, but before I proceed also with that, please be reminded the stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You've got to come in with the mentality of a long-term investor because research has shown that over the years across all markets around the world, long-term investors always make the most money out of the stock market compared to traders in the market. But of course, if the money you have as capital is a short-term money, talking about short-term funds or short-term capital, talking about borrowed funds, then you want to be careful and quickly take little profits here and there. But my advice is always to go it the Warren Buffett way, buy very, very valuable companies with intrinsic value, hoping that over time the market will eventually correctly price those stocks as they are always underpriced. All right? So that's what we'll be doing together today once again. Thank you very much from all platforms for all the shares and the likes. And let's go now with your comments. Okay, Coach, did you see Open Door, Rebuild and Rise? Well, I made a post on Twitter and on Facebook, including on Instagram, about my own experience with Open Door. Open Door is a U.S. company that got that as at July 25th, I bought Open Door at $3.58, if I'm not mistaken, and then it dipped by the 27th of July. That's, say, 2 days after I bought, it dipped to $2.55. And I bought more. And guess what? Yesterday it flew to $10 plus, making a whopping almost 80% gain yesterday alone. So by the time you check my average entry and current price, you will understand why we are long in the market and how beneficial investing in the stock market can be. And so, I'd like to inform everyone here, the world is changing, a lot is happening, the ways of making money is completely shifting from the mechanical way of having a business or getting salaries. There are so many ways to make money. And I'm here in Nigeria, somewhere in Port Harcourt, making money from the US market, earning profits from my transactions in US dollars. one of the most gratifying things to experience is to have the Naira as your local dominant currency while earning the USD, the British pounds, or the euro, or any other higher denominated currency in your locality. That is the game changer, because at that point, no form of inflation or devaluation can ever eat up your investments. Greetings, my coach. Always looking good. You dress wealthy and richly. It motivates me. That's coming from Chris. Thank you very much, Chris. The floor is open for your comments, and I'm seeing them coming thick and fast also on YouTube. Good afternoon, coach. Please, between Aradel and Access Corporation, which one is a buy? Azubike Ekwofu is asking. Both of them are good in their own rights, but they are in separate sectors, and so needs to be considered separately. For Aradel, much more the expensive choice there. I am more comfortable with that. Currently 535 Naira per share. If I may want to check bid and offer status, Aradel continues to have higher bids than offers. This is not usual. That means interest in Aradel continues to grow. 1.6 million bids versus 691,000 offers. Okay? Then we look at, after about 2 hours, 12 minutes of trading in the stock market today, 513,000 Aradel have been traded, valued at 273 million Naira. In 2 hours, 12 minutes, 273 million Naira have been spent in the market by fellow Nigerians. And you tell me that there's no money in Nigeria? I laugh in Greek. All right, keep the comments coming in. But for Access Corporation, one good thing about it, I feel, is that there's some reasonable upside left. But that is dependent on whether the Group MD's statement regarding increasing dividend payout is kept. If they go ahead with their promise to pay out better dividends, especially now that we are expecting interim dividends next month, then Access Corporation can see close to 30 Naira per share. Currently 26 Naira 55 kobo, just up by 10 kobo from yesterday's closing price of 26.45. And bid and offer status shows there are 9 million bids versus 17.9 million offers. That's another problem that Access always has to grapple with, and that is oversupplies. As we speak now, it doesn't look like Access will go over 26 Naira today because the offers are much more than the bids. In fact, almost double the number of bids in the market as we speak. Don Colon says, good day, coach. Please, I want to invest about 50K in VFD. What's the current rate? And is it a good buy? As long as you are staying long in the market and you are looking long term, VFD is always a good buy, especially at the current price if you find it below 11 Naira. Currently, exactly 11 Naira per share. I'm just checking through to see. It closed yesterday at 10 Naira 90 kobo per share. Now at 11, I can assure you, you can actually get VFD at 10 Naira 90 or below, because there's always some good supply. But guess what? Today, the supplies are lower than the bids. There are about 9 million bids for VFD, all under 11 Naira per share, with the highest bidder bidding at 10 Naira 90 kobo, whereas you have about just 1.4 million offers. Is VFD about to turn the corner and start racing back up? We will find out. But if you have bought VFD at 10 plus, then you are in good company right now. Yesterday, I informed you about how it's looking pretty good for a stock like Vitafoam. Now we are seeing, after it closed at 78 Naira 45 kobo yesterday, it's now at 80 Naira as we speak. 1.1 million bids for Vitafoam versus 701,000 offers. Good afternoon, coach. I'm the first caller day before yesterday. All right, congratulations. As we celebrate the previous victories, let's look forward to celebrating even more. Please be informed that the screens on all of these platforms are self-scrolling, and so I would prefer that you keep repeating your comments. Every time you want to type a comment, just copy and paste on clipboard so you can keep repeating it in order for me not to escape it completely throughout this session. All right? Good day, our well-cherished wealth coach, Surajuddin Adeshete. Thank you very much. On YouTube there, Chams is going wild, says Olawoyin Daniel. Let's see the situation with Chams based on that update right now. We will see what's going on with Chams. It's important for us to keep our eyes on the stocks that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, this is completely unexpected. Is Chams already doing maximum 10% for the day? Goodness gracious. What do we have before us? Chams, 3 naira 34 kobo. As we speak right now, 13.7 million bids, 0 offers. Currently, 11 million Chams sold, 37.6 million naira spent in the process. Celebrate every Chams holder in the house right now. It's looking so interesting. Maximum gains recorded by Chams, and if it stays like this, what a fantastic end to the weekend. Remember, Fridays are supposed to be investor apathy days where people are reluctant to pay over the odds for any stock. For Chams to be powering this high, gathering the maximum 10% for the day allowed, and currently on full bid at 13.7 million bids versus 0 offers, this says a lot about what we are about here. Wonderful. Congratulate yourselves, everyone who is a Chams shareholder right now. Good day, coach. Please, is it wise to invest in Access Bank mutual funds? It's always wise to invest in any kind of venture that will legitimately earn you some money. So, an Access Bank is, of course, a solid institution in the Nigerian banking space, and so, good to go. All you need to worry about is how interesting and attractive is the interest rate for the mutual funds. What's the history of its performance? And if you are happy with what they are offering, and perhaps it's better than FGN bonds or any treasury bills or commercial papers on offer in the market now, then you can go in for it. One thing with mutual fund is at least you are sure your capital is intact. The only other problem is it's quite a slow way of building wealth. Vivian Kudensi says, I bought 500,000 Chams yesterday. Hallelujah. Those are her words. And if that's, of course, this is awesome. That means she must have bought around 2.99 naira kobo or 3 naira. Vivian, please go ahead and let us know how much you bought. You struck at the most perfect time, because I think it closed just 3:04 yesterday, and now no one saw this coming regarding Chams. That's the beauty of getting into the boss early, talking about investing early when you see opportunities and relaxing afterwards. Eddie Montana says, good day, sir. Please, I want to start investing in stocks. How do I start? As a beginner, Eddie, first advice I have for you, get knowledge. Thank God it's weekend. Use this whole weekend. Send me a DM on Instagram to send you the beginner's guide. I have a video. If you will sit it out for just 1 hour, I break down details of how to invest in the stock market. And once you have that understanding, the foundation is laid, then I'll send you the link to open your stock brokerage account, because everyone needs a stock brokerage account to be able to buy and sell stocks. There is no other intermediary permitted in the market except the licensed stockbrokers. Afterwards, you also join our community of investors on Discord app talking about Net Worth Investors Club, all right? And that way, on a daily basis, you follow market trends, opportunities being shared, and of course, you invest and make good money for yourself. Congratulations, everybody who bought Chams and are sitting in that bus. Hello, coach. This is coming from Yankwa. With a quick 250K investment, what stock will you advise to buy today to hopefully benefit from incoming interim dividends? Interesting question there. Most of the banks that pays dividend twice a year, we expect that they'll be paying dividends next month. And the beauty of this timing is that you must qualify for the dividend. So let's go ahead and see what you need to do to check for the best investment to make as far as dividend returns is concerned, is to check for the dividend yield of each of these banks. Not all banks pay dividends twice, so I'll run through them, and maybe, in my opinion, the best of them based on current price, because you want to get in at a very good price in order to qualify for this dividend. So, first choice, I would say, is Fidelity Bank. I think it's about the cheapest amongst them. 20 naira per share, I don't know how much it is right now. It should now be gathering the interest of the public. All right, yesterday it closed at 20 naira 65 kobo. Currently, it's at 21.05. I want to believe the best entry price should be around 20 naira 80 kobo or thereabouts. That way, you are sure you are not overpaying, and it's going to be very unlikely for it to lose grounds from that 20 naira support. And then going forward, should they announce a fantastic result again, I'm talking about when the third quarter is announced, third quarter result is released next month, then a bumper harvest of a dividend, interim dividend, should be awaited. Last year, they paid 85 kobo per share interim dividend, meaning if you have 100,000 shares of Fidelity Bank, 85 kobo per share will translate to about 85,000 naira for you. And if you have 1 million shares of Fidelity Bank, which will cost you around 20 million naira today, then interim dividend repeated for last year, if so, will then amount to about 850,000 naira. But guess what? 3 years ago, this same Fidelity selling for 20 naira today was selling for just about 2 naira per share. That's the beauty of investing for the long term. It's not rocket science. Make up your mind that you want to engage the best strategy for best results. And then all you need is patience and more knowledge in the market. All right? On to YouTube as I keep going with your comments. Yes, good day, coach. Here with my 5-year-old son, listening to you. Oil and gas and insurance stocks heading to a bull run. Early retirement is big. Niger uplift. I like the way you twist and turn. And in fact, the most gratifying thing about your situation is your 5-year-old son is now walking the investment journey with you at 5. That must be the next Warren Buffett of Africa. I can tell you for free. I didn't start until I was around 19, 20 or thereabouts. And look at this, 5-year-old, not fazed by the jargons coming out from my mouth as an adult, who has spent 27 years in this market. And here we are. He's listening. This is not a cartoon show. And a 5-year-old is paying attention. Come on now. Investors are raised and generational wealth is built in this community. That's how it works. This one will never miss his way when it comes to financial intelligence and wealth creation. Good afternoon, coach. What is the best price for Zenith today? I'll check very quickly and get back to you on Zenith. Currently 67 naira 65 kobo. Yesterday's close at 67. We have 4 million bids versus 7 million offers. And so I think the best price should just be around 67 naira 20 kobo or thereabouts. There is a likelihood that you could buy before market closes today at 2:20 p.m. Nigerian time. Thank you, coach, for the 1 million charms call. Done and dusted. Come on now. Dr. T is done with his charms 1 million shares challenge. And some of you joining us for the first time, you may be wondering, or those who have been away in the last 1 week, what is 1 million share challenge? Well, That's our own way of forcing you into becoming a multi-millionaire in the next 3 to 5 years. And the challenge is very simple. If in your portfolio you have never had a collection of 1 million shares of any company whatsoever, this is an opportunity to start doing that. And you can do so picking up 1 million shares of value stocks in the stock market that has prospects. We've shared ideas of what stocks they are. It's up to you to pick it up. Just like I pointed out earlier, 3 years ago, Fidelity Bank was selling for 1 naira 96 kobo or thereabouts, say 2 naira. 1 million shares that time would have bought, 1 million shares of Fidelity that time would have only costed 2 million naira, which most of you had that time, but you don't know where it went as we speak. But guess what? If you had invested in 1 million Fidelity Bank shares with 2 million naira 3 years ago, today, those 1 million shares are worth about 20 million naira. In fact, I checked Fidelity Bank, it was 2105, meaning 21 million naira is the current value of your 2 million invested 3 years ago. What a way to forcefully become a multi-millionaire without any form of fraud attached to it or any kind of evil done. You get the point now? This is how the market rewards those who knows what's happening. So today, you are buying charms at 3 naira. Some of us bought charms at 2 naira, 50 kobo, and so on. Guess what? 4 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, these same charms you bought at 3 naira or 2 naira, 50 kobo or so could just be selling for 10 naira or 15 naira or 20 naira. Imagine what that makes of the value of your portfolio. Interesting, isn't it? It's not looking like so many people went for charms in this 1 million challenge. But a lot of times there are surprises waiting to happen. One thing I pointed out yesterday repeatedly is the fact that charms has actually been the one who has not really moved as much as others all through the bull run on the NGX this year. All right? Keep the comments coming in. Ian Daibe says, good morning, coach. Please, which cheap good stock can I buy today for 1 million challenge? I wanted to buy charms today. It's not too late, but I always don't advise running after a moving train. So let's see what the situation is with charms currently. It's looking like there's some supplies in the market. We'll find out. Okay, I think there are supplies for charms currently. We have about 7.5 million shares back in the market, and charms is now selling for 330 kobo. Do not chase after these stocks. Don't run after a moving train unless you are staying long and you are ready to buy the dip for any stock that dips below your entry price. So charms is currently available at 3 naira 30 kobo per share. I'm seeing an offer at that price, and it's looking interesting. Okay, so let's see how it goes. What other stock? I would have said Cornhall, Consolidated Hallmark Insurance, currently 398 naira per share. Oh, interesting. Anything under 4 naira is not bad as far as Cornhall is concerned. And I'm seeing it around 3 naira 98 kobo currently. Means it could drop even lower because we're seeing about 6 million offers. 6 million bids versus 4 million offers. So let's see how that goes as well. Okay. Hi, coach. Can I get FeedSyn at current price? There's news about them collaborating with a Chinese company, and their quarterly revenue this year is good. That's coming from Shakiti Bobo. Shakiti Bobo, I'll check and confirm what it is with FeedSyn. Real quick, just give me a second. We go on to FeedSyn Healthcare. That company actually made a fantastic run this year. I won't forget, we're looking at FeedSyn at 19, then it jumped to 28, and then the next thing we saw, it was at 46 naira per share before pulling back to around 43 and 38. Currently, FeedSyn is at 38 naira 85 kobo per share. Anyways, you could actually put in a bid at that price, 38 naira 85 kobo, or even 38.70. I think that's the minimum, because it's almost looking like Fitting is going into full offer. Too many supplies in the market, and so not much interest, and that has informed the drop in price from yesterday's closing price at 43 down to 38 naira 85 kobo. A lot of times, this news takes time to eventually reflect market actions regarding the stock, and specifically because it's Friday, that may not affect the price too much. In any case, Fitting has already jumped so high. I don't think there's any much room for any reasonably sustainable capital gains at the short term, at least. Good day, coach. Is Dangote proposing a 30 naira final dividend? Official Mobos, when you mention Dangote, it's a group. Now you need to specify which of the subsidiaries of the group are you referring to? Dangote Sugar Refinery, Dangote Cement, or which particular Dangote are you talking about? Coach, is Cornhole good for the 1 million challenge? I want to pick that. Fortune Ojenama. Well, it is absolutely good for that. Thank you very much. Coach, I was thinking of adding more units in Academy, get the bonus, and sell off. What do you think? Well, you've got to factor in the markdown as well, because by the time they mark down the bonus being proposed, you will not be able to sell at 9 naira or maybe even higher than 8 naira. So you have to factor in the bonus shares and the dividend that is going to be marked down from the market price. And that's why you can't eat your cake and have it. If you are staying for the bonus, then you've got to wait till markdown price. And if you are happy to sell at the markdown price, fantastic. Then your bonus will still be waiting for you. But you can't sell at this same price after the bonus is marked down from the price. All right? Coach, I meant Dangote Cement. Well, Dangote Cement's final dividend for 2024 financial year has always been 30 naira per share. It didn't change at all. I think that dividend has already been paid. So, I don't know if you are looking at an old report, but it's already been paid. I can assure you about that. That was the dividend paid around April or thereabouts. Okay, 30 naira per share. It's actually the same dividend that was paid even last year. So some bit of consistency there for Dangote Cement. Can I use Uninsure for the 1 million challenge? G Heights. I do not know, and I'm not sure if that is perfect, because Uninsure, I am suspecting, maybe one of those insurance companies that gets acquired when there is a full-blown insurance industry recapitalization. Already, the Insurance Industry Recapitalization Act, Reform Act has been passed, and we all see why there's so much activity in the insurance sector. But the actual recapitalization exercise has not started. Like I said during my interview with Channels TV, it's in Nigeria, if you have both industries recapitalizing at the same time, definitely the investing public will tend towards the banks more. And that could mean a flop for insurance recapitalization. So that's the point that I am trying to make. So to avoid, then you are free. No stock is, then you are free. No stock is actually a taboo to do your 1 million challenge. All right? All right? So on Facebook, on YouTube, we have Wealthy Son says, Coach, nobody wants to sell Charms again. What's the fair price for Jaiz Bank? Well, Charms is actually in the market right now. I just checked and gave that update that some supplies were made available a few minutes ago. Let me see what the situation is now. In fact, the supplies are mounting again. 30 kobo per share, you could still buy. There are heavy supplies. Out of the 7.7 million shares offered in the market, 6.3 million are at the lowest offer price of 3 naira 30 kobo. Okay? All right. Good afternoon, Coach. Please, what is happening with TIP, Lucky, NWC? Nothing is happening with TIP. Everything is fine. TIP is recovering from the long jump they experienced from around 5 naira, the most recent from around, was it 4 or 5 naira per share, to all the way to 17 naira before pulling back down to 11 naira and 12. So it's normal that it's now lingering around there, especially considering the fact that they are also planning a rights issue at the price of 7 naira per share. Okay? So it's a normal course of action that TIP will now continue to trade sideways around that 11-12 range until something drastic happens. All right, Shaibu David says, Coach, please, between QTix and Chams, which one is better for 1 million challenge? Well, it all depends. QTix is more expensive. Chams, and both of them are in different sectors actually. QTix is in the electrical wire manufacturing sector, while Chams is in the ICT sector. So ordinarily, you don't compare two companies in the same industry, but I guess they are about the same generation, though Chams is an older one. But long and short is, I would rather go for Chams that has more prospects for growth, considering that they really haven't moved too much. For QTix, having done a 1-for-1 last year bonus, they've tried to recover from that fatigue, I will call it in quotes. So I will go for Chams. But then QTix, also a perfect long-term stock. And if you think that's the way you want to go, why not? They've made a name for themselves in the local electrical wire manufacturing space, and they continue to be a household name, in fact, in West Africa, because I hear that they also export their products around the West African sub-region. Surajuddin Adeshet says, Coach, what is your take on RT Briscoe? Can one buy it for a long term of 2 years? Well, that's what I thought and went in there, particularly because of the prospects in CNG conversion. And that's the industry RT Briscoe plays, but it will continue to look neglected until something drastic happens in that particular industry or company as well. Never mind the fact the bids are more than the offers currently, 4.3 million bids versus 2.2 million offers. There is a chance to still buy it lower than yesterday's price, because the last transaction was done at 3 naira 45 kobo. There are always desperate sellers, and that's what you get when, even though a stock is highly bidded for, the price, the last transaction can be less than the previous day's price. So it's understandable. Is Sterling Bank a good buy for long term? Well, it all depends on the price it is right now. For me, I will not touch sterling if it's more than 6 naira. Though it's at 7 naira 50 kobo, that's a price it can drop to any moment between now and November. And I'll rather wait, because there's nothing too exciting to look forward to buying it that early at 7 naira 50 kobo, where it is right now. You know, as usual, the end of year blues will come in when there will be a market lull and investor apathy, because people are going to be selling some stocks to take care of end of year festivities. But all that could change. Ladies and gentlemen, something is going on with Bua Foods. I'm seeing it selling at 600 naira per share, up from the less than 600 naira it closed yesterday. Let me do a quick one, because this is part of why we're here. Real-time activities going on that is worthy of mention shall be mentioned when I see one. Yesterday, Boa Foods closed at 590 naira per share, but today I'm seeing trades going on at 600 naira per share. 180,000 bids versus 31,723 offers. In any case, doesn't look like a solid move is happening there. Not much money is involved because as we speak, just 50,000 Boa Foods have been traded, worth 29 million. All right, Chika, I have responded to your inquiry about Sterling Bank. Helen Bliss says, good morning, coach. Please, what stock can I get for short term? I'm not a fan of short term stocks, especially not now when we're expecting earnings reports, and then the market will now slow down again towards November, December. So if you are planning short term, it doesn't work with stocks right now. Not advisable. In any case, some random stock price movements could make you some money in stocks like Ella Lakes, but you need to know when to enter. The likes of Ella Lakes, if you can find a way to enter around under, say around 12, but not above 13, you could see a quick swing. Then there's also Legend Internet. If you can find it under 5 naira, currently 5.59, then you swing it upwards. And then there's also Oando PLC. Ideal short-term entry would have been around 46 naira per share, so that when it swings above and climbs to 50, then you take position. So you see, even those ones, they are safe entries, a bit away from current price. For Oando, it's at 58, so it has to lose 2 naira before you take a comfortable short-term entry position. And in that case, you will not need to wait long enough. You see 50 kobo gain per share or 1 naira per share gain, you should offload and bank your profits. Good afternoon, coach. Does GTCO pay dividend? The one in the UK stock market, Israel Online. Absolutely, GTCO will pay dividend. In fact, when the group MD was briefing the London Stock Exchange operators, he said they were working hard to make sure that their dividend yield is nothing less than 15%. That's a bold statement, very audacious. If you compare, and most of those foreign investors will be wondering, how true is this? Because most of the foreign stocks you hear about, some of them don't pay dividends. I'm talking about the growth stocks, particularly in the US market. Stocks like Tesla doesn't pay dividend, and yet the stock keeps flying from time to time, you know. But for those that pay dividend like Coca-Cola and McDonald's and all of those, what you see is 5% yield, 7% dividend yield, 2% dividend yield in some of them. So for the GTCO Group MD to go there on the floor of the London Stock Exchange to promise that he was going to do 15% dividend, then you've got to sit up and listen, because absolutely that could just happen. All right? Okay, keep your comments coming in. It's now 12:45 p.m. Like I promised earlier, time to take your calls. You know how we do it. Keep your environments quiet. The calls shall be taken on first come, first serve basis. So please just stay calm and let's do this together. The calls we will take one caller at a time. So line up on TikTok. It's time to take your calls. First come, first served. And of course, I would want to now invite Maobi and Benita, if they are available and not engaged, to be a part of this. While I still carry on with comments, David Eboma says, good morning, my mentor. Is Secure Electronic Technology PLC a good buy? NSL Tech does not have very good fundamentals. Please be safe. What's the GTCO ticker symbol on UK Trading 212? I know the ticker symbol for GTCO on the London Exchange is GTHC. So you may want to go ahead and search for GTHC. Good afternoon, Coach. What is your take on Transcorp Hotel? For me, it's a no-no. I will not even touch it with a long pole. Transcorp Hotel, too expensive for the kind of dividend that they pay out, and repeatedly so, and yet the stock price keeps soaring. Well, I don't do such investments that I can't be too sure of. Coach, please, can I buy Charms today, and at how much is good entry? Charms dazzled earlier, going into full offer, full bid, not being available, but recently we've seen some offers in the market, and it's now at 3 naira 29 kobo. Charms sometimes flatters to deceive. As we speak, the bids are almost now equal to the offers. 13.5 million bids versus 10.8 million offers. This was a Charms that had about 13 million bids and 0 offers. So you see, there are people who hold Charms that are playing with the emotions of the market, and whenever it looks like it's drying up, they just open their vault and throw in more Charms in the market, and thereby slowing the price down. You know what? We will outweight them. I don't know if you understand what I mean. But you see, looking at daily price movements can confuse you and make you look like you don't know what you are doing. But when you understand in-depth details, tired and dry out of those supplies, because once they dry out, there's nothing anybody can do. The price will start moving. So Charms continues to exchange hands from those people who are always offloading to those who are now ready to sit in and wait the long haul. If you have not taken up your rights issue for Charms, please do well to do so, because that's the best deal as far as rights issue is concerned. UBA is doing rights issue. The rights issue offer price is 50 naira per share, whereas some people are buying UBA on the floor of the stock exchange at 46 naira and 48 naira. So much discount to buy from the floor of the stock market, and yet the rights issue is 50. Whereas TIP also is proposing a rights issue at 7 naira per share. The stock price is around 11 naira or 12 naira, and that offers another fantastic discount to existing shareholders. You know, so Charms, currently at 3 naira 28, is doing their rights at 1 naira 70 kobo. If you will not buy any other thing, make sure you take up your rights if you qualify for the rights issue. Callers, over to you. Let's go. First caller in the house, Fortune Ojenama. But before she comes up, we have Maobi standing by, one of my co-hosts and moderator. Hello, Maobi. A very good afternoon to you.
Hello, Coach. Good afternoon to you. And also good afternoon to all the investors here today.
Thank you very much. Benita is also up, my other co-hosts. So we will hear her greetings as well. Hello, Benita. Good afternoon and welcome. All right. So we have a first caller in the house. Fortune Ojenama will go straight and start entertaining those calls right away. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach. I had shares.
Statement. Statement.
And what's there is 500 shares. So I want to know, is it possible that you can buy shares, have your contract purchase receipts and all of that, and then
We are glad to have you in the house after several days. So we have an issue here. Fortune Ojenama from Port Harcourt has raised. Could you respond, please?
Thank you for having us. We have a lot of pressure on Charles. Alright, for Miss Fortune, I think I added her name this morning, and we're going to revert to CSS. There are times when glitch happens with CSS also, that some trades might not be captured, but you
Lucky Indubuisi from Dubai. Thank you for joining. Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay,
Is Cornhall a good buy now? Intuitive Development. Absolutely, Cornhall a good buy, especially having been cited under 4 naira. I'll check immediately to give you update about what the price is currently. Cornhall is tutorial step. A very good afternoon to you. Please tell us your name. Stephen from Lagos, we're glad to have you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so coach, I was just doing a small research and I stumbled on AfriSure. Very undervalued and just sitting there with nothing much happening. So I wanted to maybe like touch on AfriSure a little bit. Thank you, sir.
AfriSure in the Nigerian. Oh, I see. Could you fill us in on what analysis you got from AfriSure?
Well, I was just doing a little research on what they do and the stock price, basically, you know. But then I felt like, you know, because you've touched on it, that not necessarily if stock is undervalued does not mean it will do well. So I said, let me seek your own expert advice on their stock.
From what we have on the floor of the stock exchange, that's a stock to run away from. Can I give you further details? For those who have access to the floor, you would have noticed first, AfriSure is not traded at all. No bid, no offer, no nothing. 20 kobo per share. Any stock you see 20 kobo per share, run. Redundancy of the highest order, no hope for resurrection. Please be safe. And if you still want further details, the last information I have on, at least we're here to give you one insight or the other to save you any future heartaches. So next set of callers, Nagiri Asiku shall be first. Comfort Olubunmi, second caller. And then Romeo Salim, you will be our third caller. Please take care of your environments as we carry on. Nagiru says he submitted your Atlas, your Charms rights issue September 7th, yet to get reply from Atlas. You won't get replies yet. They may not even have debited you, but they will compile all of those things, and when they are doing remittance of collation of whatever rights they processed, that's when they will do a sweeping transfer. At that point, there's no further communication other than once you see the debit done, it means your rights application was successful. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, is that Nagiri? I was making a comment about your comment.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right, so are you okay now?
Yes, I'm okay, sir. I just wanted to confirm. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Even myself, I haven't even processed. I check to see. If time permits. Hello, good afternoon. Do we have Good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from. All right, so just hold on. Maybe I will say let Atlas confirm that my statement is correct so that you will sleep well. Hello, Atlas. Please confirm that I was right. in my advice regarding the remittance of rights, chance rights.
Yes, Coach, you're right. We are still collecting funds. Some accounts have been debited, but we have broadcasting in and out. Stop sending to our research department. So it's giving us a lot of back and forth. And we could miss out on forms. And customers are very, very rude to us. They don't take it very lightly with us. So we keep sending emails, send to the appropriate channel. They are not responding. That's why I call it. If it should be addressed through this channel. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Atlas, please, could you wade into this? She was here yesterday, I remember. Okay, please, Madam Ozioma, could you just type, wondering why you bear that name, Sad Boy. Are you sad? Very good afternoon. Please give us your name and where you're streaming from. Kingsley from Abuja. Thank you for joining. I hope you are not sad this afternoon. It's all right. Go ahead. All right.
I sent you a text on Instagram, but you have not been able to reply. It's concerning the 1 million unit challenge.
Okay.
So I picked out Jazz Bank and M Benefits. So I don't know. I've made my research about these two stocks, but I need your opinion on them, especially M Benefits, because I've watched the movement. It's not really strong, but it's a penny stock. So I just wanted your expert opinion on it.
Okay, my one kobo advice between the two. Are you asking between the two, or you are ready to take the two?
No, I picked. Yes, I'm ready to take the two. I'm trying to make it like 2 million and 1 million units for both of them. So I want to know if M Benefit is also able to pick.
All right. Mutual Benefits Assurance is actually a good stock. Number two, my reservations for penny insurance stocks for this challenge is that should they be acquired, it doesn't mean anything. Should they be acquired, it doesn't mean anything evil. It just denies you the chance of holding 1 million shares, because they are going to do a reconstruction which could eventually lead to your 1 million shares being reduced. Though the price, talking about the value, will still be the same in the course of reconstruction, but it eventually defeats that 1 million aim that we're talking about. If Mutual Benefits was still around under 3 naira, I would say go ahead, irrespective of what happens with, recapitalization or mergers and acquisitions that may happen in the insurance sector following the insurance sector industry reform bill. But by and large, it's a profitable company. It fluctuates under 4 naira. And I'm suspecting that around November, it will still fluctuate. If at all it doesn't fluctuate before. Sir, hello. Please, if you are using an earpiece, the voice is sounding choked. Hello, Lexi. Well, you may want to call back if we can't hear you clearly. It's better now. Good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from. We can hear you loud.
My name is Tokumbo. I'm calling from Scotland, United Kingdom.
Thank you very much, Tokumbo from Scotland. We are glad to have you. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. All right, sir. I'm still calling regarding this 1 million challenge. I purchased right of job from 1 million naira, but it has been debited from my account. So 3 days ago, I applied for another 1 million. So I spoke with Atlas, but yet the money for the second one is yet to be debited from my trading platform. So I'm just kind of curious. So I said I should call and speak to Atlas.
Okay, Atlas, could you please respond?
Your additional request for the charge rate accepted, and I specifically acknowledge your email to send it.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Looks like he's in transit. We could hear the sound of the wind. Okay, we lost Nafisa there. Please, Nafisa, wherever you are connected from, please call us back because I can't find you on the queue anymore. I guess it's network from your end. We'll proceed with Ibiluku. Are these US stocks good buys now? Veriton, Navitas. Hold on, I'll check. Hello, good afternoon. I guess Ibiluku has called in error, so we will let him go and proceed with the next caller. Next caller is Joshua. Can we still have additional charms? Yes, VOO Esquire. You can actually apply for more than your rights. The registrars will eventually determine the final result. But in the end, you may be refunded if there is not enough to meet your extra requests. Hello, good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Joshua. I'm streaming from Anambra State.
Joshua from Anambra State, thank you for joining.
Yeah, coach. I called previously, I think on Monday, and yeah, thank you very much for the chance. Chance is really doing very well. And
Great.
It's a game now for me. Now, coach, but there's a problem I have at the moment. I'm having issue creating my Atlas account. I've tried to watch videos and everything, but it seems not possible for me to actually just pass through. I've submitted all the documents needed, but yet I'm not seeing, they're not giving me an account yet. I don't know why. So the past few days,
It is show successful. That's where the problem is. When that happens, use another browser. If you were using your phone, then use a system. Are you with me, Joshua?
okay, coach.
That's it. That's what to do. Go ahead and do so on a PC, a computer, a laptop, and what have you.
Okay, coach. Coach, please, I want your advice on 5 stocks I can get at the moment.
You sound to me like you are about to over diversify. Do not buy stocks left, right, and center. Okay. This is not at all. All right. Based on current market status, these are not financial advice. Do your due diligence. If you find Zenith 67 and under, buy. Cornhall. Okay. I would excuse Cornhall for now. Let me focus on top gunners. Dangote sugar continues to look attractive every time it's under 60. Currently, 57 naira 85 kobo. There is a stock that looks like it's expensive, but it's rather looking cheaper. I'll mention that, but let me mention also UACN under 70 is a fantastic buy. Now, what's that stock I am referring to? A stock like NASCON has retreated from 104 or thereabouts to 94. That looks good. That price looks very attractive, even if it's on the high side compared to many other stocks. The value in that stock tells me that's a good one. And to see amongst the bids, there is 1 million bid at 94 naira per share. That is to say, one individual has decided to stake 94 million naira in readiness to buy that stock today. Thank you very much, Joshua.
Thank you very much, Coach.
So I failed to connect with Nafisa, who is supposed to have been called up. But if she's around, she can try again. I guess it's her network. We will proceed with other callers. The king is number one or number next. Sister Z follows. And then, of course, we have Benjamin Tai Bolaji. The king, you are next. While we're trying to connect, let's take some of your comments. Anno CK on Instagram says, good afternoon, coach. For the 1 million challenge, is charms a good buy today or wait for a pullback? Maybe wait for a pullback. We never know. It jumped to 3 naira 34 kobo today before pulling back to around 3 naira 29. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right, this looks like an error call, and we will proceed to the next caller, and that is Sister Z. Please keep your environment quiet so we can have a good conversation. Odejimi Tolulope says, .com good to go. I doubt if .com is good to go. I doubt. The numbers are not wonderful. Hello, good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Okay. My name is Z. I'm streaming from Lagos.
Z from Lagos, we are glad to have you. Please go ahead.
Okay, I came up because I saw Atlas, so I want to speak with them. I'm speaking on behalf of, not for myself. So, Atlas, are you there?
Speak for Atlas, heareth thee.
Hello, sir, what did you say?
Speak on, for Atlas heareth thee.
Okay, what happened is I'm calling on behalf of Abdul Samad. So if Atlas is here, she should be able to know who I'm talking about because I talk with them on WhatsApp. But it's just that their response on WhatsApp is very slow, and I understand that they have a lot of work to do today. Being that today is the last day for terms. So
This is Nafisa. Something in me tells me this is Nafisa. Something in me is telling me that. Please go ahead. You can't hide your voice anymore. It's all right.
okay, Atlas, I just want to confirm. Yeah, I just want to confirm if Abdul Samad and Umaira's form have been acknowledged because I know today is the last day and I wouldn't want them to miss out their rights. So Umaira is taking more of the rights, like he's taking additional, and Abdul Samad is taking his own rights and additional too. And they both submitted the form, but it has not been acknowledged in this moment. And they
Abdul Samad and okay.
Taking care of, I was actually talking to you there WhatsApp. But this other name you're mentioning, I think you need to come back to WhatsApp to discuss because this has not been the conversation we have been having. The deep conversation is more Abdul Samad.
Okay, Humaira is the Abdusama's sister. We talked it yesterday. It's Abdusama's sister. I don't want to say the conversation. The way I came up with it because I know
Don't worry, you just let's call on WhatsApp. I think that's so better.
all right, that's okay, ma'am. Because the response on WhatsApp is good. That's why I came up with it. All right, that is okay. We meet on WhatsApp now.
Thank you very much. The twin sister to
Thank you, sir.
Nafisa.
All right.
Otu Pomperi and then Patrick Onori, our next scholars. Atlas, please check through the comments. There is Natural asking about the status of her account opening, I guess. Could you just chat her up? Natural, please drop your full names on the comment section so Atlas can check it out and attend to you. I remember you calling all the days that Atlas wasn't in the house. Okay, we lost that call. Maybe it was an error. Patrick Onori, you are our next caller. 30 minutes before today's live stream is over, we're making good progress. Still searching through the Nigerian market to see opportunities of investing real time on the floor of the stock exchange. Hello, good afternoon. It's good to hear you. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from. Patrick Onori from Delta State. We are so delighted on this Friday to have you. Go ahead.
Yes, I've been trying to reach you all this while on live stream. I've been away from the city, so my network has been so messy.
Sorry about that.
I think that was on Monday. I watched the YouTube live stream at the end of the day at about 11 p.m. But that was when I noticed there is a 1 million challenge.
Okay.
So I just came into town now, and this my question is to Atlas. I narrowed down on charts as a matter of fact, but I funded my account today.
Okay.
And it's yet to reflect on the dashboard.
Okay, Atlas, please could you respond?
All right, sir. Did you fund directly from your bank account?
Yes, the normal account I normally used to fund my account, that's what I used to.
In Nigerian bank account?
Yes, I've got the account.
All right, can you just convey me the receipt on WhatsApp? Let me follow up with the account.
Okay, I'll do that right away. Thank you very much. Thank you, coach.
All right, thank you very much. Oh, says, good afternoon, Atlas. Please, I would like to open an account with you. How do I go about it and have it urgently opened without experiencing any delay? Thank you. Abasi Freke, there is always likely going to be a delay because Atlas interfaces with CSCS, and at that point, it is out of their hands. So, should you be lucky enough, then 72 hours or even 48 hours after you submit, your forms will be admitted and processed. But should there be any technical glitch along the way, then I'm afraid your mandate that it be opened urgently may not be realized. Abasi Freke, you are on YouTube, and if you are still going to go ahead after today's live stream, since it looks like you may not be on Instagram or TikTok, just drop a comment on today's video because it will be uploaded 5 minutes after today's live stream, as early as 5 minutes after. That's how optimized we have become, so that we are fully back now, and you can drop that request. I'll forward the link to you right there. Thank you very much. We'll go on to the next caller, Adeoye Felix. Taye says UNH is 40% up. Is it time to sell or hold fire? For me, UNH is a long-term stock. Congratulations, you are 40% up, and we are talking about being 40% up on a US dollar stock. We are really making good progress, aren't we? Hello, good afternoon. This caller obviously is not aware that he has called in, so we take more comments. Good day, coach. The price of Champs now is 3.28 kobo. Can I still take position now? That's coming from Sheung Benga. I will think that Champs will still pull back. It's now 3.20 kobo. We're having 13.1 million offers versus 10.9 million bids. That's a lot. Suddenly the bids are about to be equaled by the offers. Such is the jigsaw up and down movement we have been experiencing with Champs. So Taye, 40% up on UNH, asking if to sell or hold fire. The question is, what was your initial strategy for buying United Health? And if you bought United Health Group to swing trade, 40% is a perfect time to sell and bank your profit while waiting for a dip. Otherwise, for me, I have a long-term view for that stock. I got in at $282 per share. It's now over 300 and something, and I'm sitting tight like Warren Buffett is doing. Thank you very much. Okay, next caller. Do we have another caller? Okay, we'll keep taking your comments. I want to buy Champs now. How much do I bid now? Well, a very conservative bid for the day would be around 3.15 kobo. Though it's 3.20 now. Top bidders are bidding at 3.18 and 3.14. Hello, at last I have submitted my form registration and was given 72 hours to receive mail, but I'm yet to. Yemik, please confirm on the comment section if you have also checked your junk mailbox or spam mailbox. What stock can we invest today, please? Well, I've mentioned a few. Cornhall was looking attractive under 4 naira. Let's see where it is now. Cornhall 399. USCN under 70 is good. Even UPDC now at 577. If you can take it less than that also, that's good. Make sure you are staying long term, by the way. And then, of course, I mentioned NASCON, not cheap. 94 naira to me is looking good. It's already gone to 95. Yesterday it closed at 97.40. All I hear is bargains, bargains, bargains. Okay? Coach, good afternoon. I haven't received my QTix dividends. Is it up to 2 weeks, GT? If it is up to 2 weeks, it's time to contact the registrars for QTix. Coach, please talk about FeedSyn. Juliet, I have spoken about FeedSyn lately. There is really not much to hurry about it. In fact, today is a good time if you are desperate to buy that stock, to buy it under 40 naira, because it dropped eventually to 38. Oh, I'm seeing it at 40 again. Yesterday it closed at 43. The offers are a lot. 997,000 offers versus a mere 113,000 bids. So the pressure is on the sellers. Yemik has checked, no mail. Atlas, please, Yemik is on the comment section. Please do something about her desire to open her account. It's been over the 72 hours promised on your website. I don't want to miss this juicy offer. Roll, can you tell us what offer you are speaking about? I guess I skipped one of your messages or your comments. All right. Alice Ago is on Instagram and asking Atlas, What is going on with my account opening? Please, Atlas Alice Ago is on the comments on Instagram. Ago is spelled A-G-W-U. If you can act on it, maybe my eyes will catch your response so she would know what to expect. Frecky Moore says, good afternoon, Atlas. Please, I would like to open an account with you. How do I go about it and have it urgently open without experiencing any delays? I guess this is the same comment I responded to on YouTube. Obiago Okudili says, good afternoon. Please, is Cornhole good for the 1 million challenge? Maobi, can you respond to this? The comment or question is coming from Instagram, and it says, is Cornhole good for the 1 million challenge? Can you wade in, Maobi? Okay, looks like we've lost everyone on the co-host's seat. I will take it on. Well, Cornhole is good. We've always said that. It's always been on my list of 1 million challenge prospects. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, sir. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Okay, my name is Roland. I'm streaming from Abuja.
Roland from Abuja, thank you for joining. Please go ahead with your questions.
Okay, I was not making a comment on the comment section. I said I sent my acceptance form like just a week after the chance right issue started, and since then I've been messaging and there's no acknowledgement. They are not replying me. So I was wondering if my listing has been received. You know, I'm not very sure, but today is the last day and I really don't want to miss this kind of offer. We're already at 100% if we can get the chance right issue.
Okay. Hello, Chams. Can you respond to him? Atlas. I'm getting distracted with comments about Chams.
My son's account, so I should put my son's name right. I'll drop my son's name and my own name.
Please drop it. I think I came across this one. Drop it for proper photo.
Okay, I'm doing that right away. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. GT is asking if UPDC pays dividends, and I'm saying yes, they do. Then there's another comment there. Mikade says, Chief Coach, when can we talk on Instagram? I've sent you 2 messages already. Please find time for me. God bless you. Thank you very much. God bless you too. Surely this weekend I will. Hopefully, in fact, if you can, resend a message so it is amongst the top messages right there. And even if the automatic response bot has responded before, I'm making it look like I've read your message before. By sending almost immediately, you can be sure that that will be highlighted as an unread message. These are part of the things that makes it difficult for me to catch up with all messages, because some of them look like they have been read, whereas they haven't. So, Ago Alice, you are on Instagram making that inquiry. I'm glad to let you know Atlas has responded to you. They say your account is ready and you will get login details over the weekend. So you start checking from today for any updates. Please, Alice Ago, your account is ready. Look out for login details. Once you receive, change your password and you are good to go. All right, I think we have a caller. Oh, Mr. Chris is on the line. Good afternoon, sir. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Chris. I'm from Lagos.
Thank you very much, Chris from Lagos. Let's hear.
Please, thank you so much. I appreciate you all that you do for us. I really appreciate all this experience.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Keep thinking of anything that you just word. I really thank you for everything. Like I always say, we're not joking here. It's not a joke.
At all.
It's a serious business.
Yes, sir.
And coach, I called because I just want to speak to Pastor who I even called because regarding my portfolio valuation summary, so about share stocks, they are not aligned with what on my contract look like was made, which state 1 Naira 21 kobo impact and the rest. So I said that we should put to the responding, but they cannot be played for that for her to come in to verify that regarding my portfolio valuation summary. So the price for was made Inc. and one other what is on the company. I mean, they're not aligned with what on my contract looks like. What is the difference?
Okay, I'll let Atlas respond.
I'm sorry, sir, when you mean the entry price, I'm sure when the issue, not an issue, but I think it's just understanding of how this prices works. How do I put it? All the statutory charges are always incorporated in your price. And apart from the statutory charges, if you buy a particular stock for 5 naira and you are getting another one for 4 naira, if you get another one for 6 naira, your unit cost will definitely be different because you are getting every unit for different prices. So all these things are incorporated into the unit cost. So if you are picking just the price you're seeing on the contract without incorporating all other charges in it, it looks as if you've been cheated. It picks up something.
Okay, I understand, but that was made. I know the entry price was made with 70 something. So my colleagues from the gentleman that is.
No, that's way too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I've said
What's
it
the volume? What's the volume? What's the volume?
was made.
Yes.
It's just a pound sign.
No. All right, just to remind your email now. For that, you're just talking about for power cement or for
What's the
installing, you know?
Yeah, and you
Just
guys
to remind our
clear on
email.
that. Yeah, I've just done that anyways. I've done that.
I'll check.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
coach. If you're not
I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were still going to talk. But it's okay. What he was trying to say is if you are not following coach, you are losing money. All right, Lucky, God bless. You are next. But I have Amanda Benjamin. Ada is asking, hello, coach. I'm new on Trading 212. What stocks do you recommend? Wow. If you are new, you want to make sure that you are safe and not doing day trade or swing trade until you get sufficient understanding. But if you are good to go, you can go ahead and position in Uber. Ticker symbol UBER. And as long as you are getting in there around $94 or $93 per share, that's okay. Most recently, we were looking at Robinhood, but it's gone up right now. I would also think that a stock like Amazon and Google are still good growth stocks to keep. Okay? K. Sienna Soje, you are our next caller. Hello, coach. Can you suggest a penny insurance stock I could buy for a very long time? I have Wapik, Prestige, and Regency, but I want just one. Thank you. Sheung Benga, I will also want to advise that you don't over concentrate your portfolio on one sector alone. But if you like, you can add one more penny, Cornhall Insurance. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from. Kesiana Soje from Delta State, thank you for joining. Thank you. My pleasure. God bless you too. Okay, now that you're talking about 1 million challenge, let me also re-emphasize. I would like Benita to talk about 1 million challenge. Benita, there are comments in the comment section. What is 1 million challenge? I haven't been around and so on and so forth. I just heard it, even on Instagram. So let's go. What is 1 million shares challenge all about? Will forcefully make you a multi-millionaire, and you don't just go ahead and buy random stocks in the market. The beauty of it is that there are so many penny stocks today that will make you 10 baggers or even 100 baggers in a few years' time. We've seen it repeatedly happen. And you know, a lot of people post about stocks, and all you always see is Bitter Glass was, if you bought Bitter Glass in January, now you would have been 550% up. If you bought Tip in November, you would have been 700 and something% up. The question is, why are you always telling us about what has happened? How will that add to my pocket? So the 1 million shares challenge is one of those that will now make you one of the beneficiaries of when a stock was selling 2 naira, and a couple of years after it's now selling for 25 naira. So that 2 million shares, 2 million naira spent to buy 1 million shares, a couple of years after will eventually become 25 million or 10 million, even if it's 5 million, at least you have a particular company in your portfolio, you have amassed up to 1 million shares to put you on the multi-millionaires without fraud, without headache, but by just sleeping and waking up on a daily basis for 3 years. I hope that COVID season, no flight, no movement, and so airport activities from which NACO does their business. For those who don't know NACO, the National Aviation Handling Company, that's the company that makes sure of airport logistics in Nigeria for both domestic. So you don't come to the party expecting a fat dividend when others have invested and stayed long in the business. And that's why no matter how the market crashes, those who have been in the market do not feel the pinch at all, right? Hello, good afternoon. Okay, looks like that call didn't connect. Are we on to roll? Good afternoon. Please go ahead. Your name and where you're streaming from. Looks like you call back. Go ahead. Thank you very much, Roland. Appreciate you and appreciate your concerns for Atlas. God bless you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes before we go, but I'm trying to recall Yemisi's comments. Okay, Atlas, please, could you look into Yemisi's comments? She's been on the comment section for days, talking about her account opening, and she's dropped her full name. I know Yemisi. She's applied for over 72 hours and still waiting for confirmation of her account. Please, could you try and do something? Thank you very much. All right. So the last question will be responded to by Maobi. Which companies are we buying for 1 million challenge? Lollipop is asking. Maobi, take that on.
Do your own due diligence before deciding.
Thank you so very much, Maobidia. Well put out. I really appreciate. We all are getting a better understanding of what the 1 million share challenge is. If you are a civil servant or a student, not necessarily that you must, of course, accumulate 1 million shares at once. Your 1 million shares could just be 100,000 shares of a particular company because you haven't accumulated that much ever in your portfolio. But by all means, please also note there is no pressure of timeline. All right? Could take you up to 6 months to do yours, could take you up to 1 full year to do yours. As long as you are entering a particularly good stock at a comfortable entry price per time, then you are on your way to that million shares challenge victory. On that note, this is how we come to the end of today's live stream. I want to particularly thank Maobi, Benita, and Atlas Portfolios for finding out time to be here again to help advance the financial destinies of all of us. And we'll continue to do this even as we proceed into the weekend, knowing fully well that more opportunities will keep coming as we carry on this divine project of reaching out to many. You want to open your brokerage account, you want to join the Network Investors Club, follow me on Instagram, send me a DM, I will forward the link to you. For every one of our members who are in Canada and in the US, because of time difference, cannot connect, never mind, 5 minutes latest after this live stream, the video will be uploaded on my YouTube channel. Go on the link tree on my bio, click on it, you will see all my social media handles to easily connect. And of course, watch the YouTube channels and subscribe so you can also share those videos. The more shares, the more you open the eyes of many others to enjoy what we're enjoying, all for free. Please be informed. There are scammers all over the place, fraudsters going about using my DP to create fake accounts. I have no backup account anywhere except the one you know.